Hey everyone, Dan Sen, publisher of Argo Comics here. Once again, we are doing our director cuts of the issues of Argo 5. And on this one, we have Argo 5 number 6, uh, which, as you can see, boldly has a cover by Rob Liefeld, whose work I've enjoyed for a long, long time. Everyone knows him as a co-creator of Deadpool. Um, Numerous, of course, well known for X Force. I've always enjoyed his own comic creations in, well, at first Extreme Studios and Awesome Entertainment, Arcade Comics, all the companies that he's basically, or his, those are his studio names, as he's an image founder. Um, but over here, again, he's done an excellent pinup uh, for Blue Dynamo as a cover here. I had a couple more pinups by him in other issues of Argo 5. I know Argo 5 number 0 has a pinup by him. Um, and I was, again, super stoked to get that. As you can see, this issue includes the origin of the Blue Dynamo, which is that character right there. Um, this issue also had the Okay, we kind of got a flip cover, but it's a sideways cover, but you still have the name and the price tag there. Law and Order. This was her first appearance as well. Um, some people might know her as a Law and Order Halloween special. She had her own special. Um, she made her first appearance here in Argo 5 number 6. Uh, she's known for her catchphrase. Sometimes big justice comes in little packages because the character is quite tiny, but uh, still very effective. And she actually acts as the liaison between the police department and the superheroes of the nation. So that is her role, and that's why she shows up repeatedly throughout Argo comics in both Argo 5 and Sorority Power. In her sequence here, again, just like last issue, we did have two different artists handling art duties. Okay, Bill Mouse and Giuseppe Pica, known for doing a number of issues of Argo 5. I mean, known for doing a number of issues of Sorority of Power, teamed up to do the Law and Order sequence here. There's Shazrath in the corner as well. With, okay, like I said, Bill Mouse and Giuseppe Pica doing pages 1 to 4. The rest is handled by Rafael Dantas Gomez, who had done Argo 5 number 2, and actually has done the art for a new Sorority of Power that's coming up. And he also did another issue of Argo 5 that we will get to at a later director's cut. I'll give you, again, trying to go a little non-spoiler here, look at his art. There's a page. Raphael's work. And again, Miguel's colors. Great combination. So again, in this issue, we had a little encounter with Law and Order and Shazrath, who people who have read the series know this is not the last time those two characters are seen together. We get into the origin of Blue Dynamo, where you get the gauntlets with the stones that, well, I'll say here as a spoiler, they kind of direct his power, the stones. They're not really the source of his power. Um, but again, reading the issue gives you a little more look into that. As always, we had a pinup section. Let me get a little into that here, just on the credits page. Okay, so we had a pinup by Argo 5, or of Argo 5 by Raphael Lanhelis, who has done work for Dynamite Comics, doing, I guess, John Carter, Warlord of Mars, and Deja Thoris. He's done work with them. He did an Argo 5 piece. He did an actual issue of Argo 5 and another half issue. So he's been a regular collaborator. He will have the cover of the next issue of Argo Comics Double Shot. So really enjoy his work. We have Shazrath by Clayton Henry. Clayton Henry had done work for Marvel and DC. I know he did some more current work. Let's see, what is that? Acclaim? Is that or are they Valiant now again? Forget whatever company right now is putting out Archer and Armstrong. Clayton has done some work with them. Gladiator by Louis Small Jr. Previous artist of Vampirella. Love his work. Have many pinups by him throughout the series. Chain Reaction by Adam Withers. Adam Withers, known as half of the duo of the husband and wife team, Adam Withers and Comfort Love, who do a number of indie books. Let's see, Blue Dynamo, Paul Benacasa, who I've gotten to know from conventions, great guy, did great art. Cassira by Kirk Lindo, who had, I guess, done Vampirus Luxura through a few different companies. Great artist. Law and Order by Jose Cano. Jose had done a pinup for the last issue, so we have another one here. Argo 5 by T.G. Sangalang, who had done most of the art for the last issue. So we have a pinup here by him. Gladiator and Shazrath by Marat Michaels. Marat Michaels. Marat had done work in Extreme Studios with Rob Liefeld, so I figured this was a great issue to use his pinup with colors by Russ Campbell. Marat had done work in Deadpool. He had done work for Brigade, which was from Image. Blindside was his own creator-owned comic, which had limited runs, but I have those. Really love Marat's work, even though I called him Marat for years, not knowing how to pronounce it correctly. Blue Dynamo by Jim Kyle. Jim's an excellent artist, pretty well known on the web. Highly recommend checking out his work. Chain Reaction by Rudy Nebres, who worked for Marvel, very popular in the late 70s, early 80s in Marvel Comics. Pretty much like a comics legend, in my opinion. So it was great to see him at conventions, build a friendship, and also get some art. So he did this Chain Reaction. And then we had Cassira by Mike Gallagher. Mike has done an issue of Argo 5 as well. And I think it was issue 18, I'm going to say. Really great guy from Philadelphia. Got to know him at conventions and really enjoyed his work to the point of having him draw an issue of Argo 5. We had another Law and Order by Louis Small Jr. All the pinup colors. Well, that one, Louis on both his pinups did his own colors, but the pinup colors were by Miguel Marquez, and then we had a little bit of a Sorority of Power advertisement by Nibaruth. Nibaruth did an issue of, did part of an issue of Sorority of Power, and he's done a few ads for me as well. He was a big DeviantArt artist, but I think he's kind of an MIA as of late. But let's see. We'll say that Blue Dynamo's origin is tied to aliens to some degree, and these aliens, let's just say it's not the last you see of them within this issue. So both the Law and Order storyline and the Blue Dynamo storyline do make return appearances through the series, but this kind of started up some of that. And, as with any series, I'll recommend reading them in order to get the full scope. Most of the stories I try to do a little bit of it done in one or 2 or 3 parts, just so that you're not, you want people to come back because they enjoy the series, not like they're held hostage because I keep doing cliffhanger after cliffhanger. This one could pretty much be read on its own. Like I said, you'll get a bit of a broader scope in reading some of the other issues. And later on, some issues refer a little bit to this issue, but this one on its own wraps up the story of Blue Dynamo's origin, and you can pretty much get the full story just from that. Okay, that's going to do it for this director's cut, but you can go to argocomics.com, hit the shop button, and that'll provide a link to Indie Planet, which sells the Argo Comics line. You can go directly to Indie Planet and search Argo Comics, and you'll actually, in every listing, you're able to hit the company name and see all the books the company puts out. So if you end up with going to indieplanet.com and you search Argo, you'll get one of the Argo 5, A Sorority Power, or Argo Comics Anthology. Clicking on that, you can click on Argo Comics on the listing, and you'll see every book that we put out. But again, you can go to argocomics.com, and actually I'll put the link up in the comment section, so you can you can also follow us on Facebook, and every time there's a new release I post it up over there. Getting a little better with doing Instagram and Twitter, but Facebook has been a long-standing place to get the news. DeviantArt as well. We have the DeviantArt page, Argo Comics on DeviantArt. So that'll do it for this one, and see you all in the next video.